Hello, football fans. How you doing? Welcome back to UFL Fan Zone. Let's get to it. Rankings from 8 to 1. Going to week 2. Number 8, I have the Houston Roughnecks at number 8. Not a good week for them. Number 7, I have the St. Louis Battlehawks at number 7. Number 6, I have the DC Defenders. Number 5, I have the Arlington Renegades. Number 4, I have the Memphis Showboats. Number 3, I have the Michigan Panthers. Number 2, the San Antonio Brahmas. And of course, the best team in the league, as I said going in, was the Birmingham Stallions. They are stacked, even though they have a different quarterback. But they're by far the best team in the league, if you ask me. Ratings. Ratings have been in, and I thought the Rays would be better in the attendance than they were. I mean, consider it's Easter weekend. We'll go against the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, and the opening weekend of baseball, which will drop off as it always does. The Rays are pretty good. Fox Network on Game 1 between Arlington and Birmingham topped that at 1.18 million viewers on the Fox Network. That was the Saturday 1 o'clock game. Michigan and St. Louis, which I thought was the game of the weekend. They had the best rating, 1.349 million on Fox. That was the 4 p.m. game on Saturday. San Antonio, DC, the noon game on Easter Sunday, 960,000, followed by the biggest, not the biggest game, but the lowest rating game, Houston, Memphis, 703,000. 3 p.m. on Easter Sunday, when brunches begin at most restaurants. Most people go out to eat that day. That is not a bad rating. Week 2 should be good. I think week 2 will be better. The biggest ratings challenge this week would be the primetime game at Arlington and St. Louis, the home opener for the St. Louis Battlehawks. They'll be competing against, I think, the final game of the Final Four of the national semifinals, not the championship game, the national semifinals, which should be, I think, NC State and Purdue. We'll see how we do. Now, we also had 3 trademarks that have come out. 1 for the Ohio Bulldogs, 2 for the Canton Bulldogs, and 3 for the Nashville Tuners. Now, the one for Canton in Ohio should not surprise you. The USFL really pressed having a team in Canton, Ohio. I can't blame him. Ohio is a big-time football state. Canton's where the Football Hall of Fame is, and just as important, more than anything else, that Hall of Fame stadium is perfect for the UFL. It goes along that category of Audi Field in DC. I think we should be focusing on stadiums like that. If they want to put a team in Canton, if this is where they're going to go, I really have no problem with that whatsoever. Although I would really prefer they brought back one of the older trademarks of either the XFL or the USFL. I would like to see maybe the Canton Maulers. Move them from Pittsburgh to Canton. Listen. Heinz Field, or it's called now, Pittsburgh, is too big. That's the only football stadium they have there. And this football stadium, Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, is the perfect stadium for that. So that's my thoughts on that. And as far as the Nashville Tuners, I hate the name Tuners. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It's horrible. It's something that belongs in what you call it, that Freedom Football League, which they had not started yet. Or was it the Mickey Mouse League? I hope they don't go that way. Now, I guess they want to have an interesting rivalry maybe with the Memphis Showboats. And because Nissan Stadium is getting replaced soon. I think about 3 to 4 years, the Tennessee Titans are going to have a new indoor retractable roof stadium. So the other thing I think of is that Nissan Stadium is being given to them maybe cheap, since it's going out of style. I don't know. Or maybe the purpose is to eventually to move into that indoor stadium as well, because it is indoors. I don't know, but they want to put a team in Nashville. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not exactly for it either. Like I said, I'd rather have them bring back one of the old XFL teams or one of the older USFL teams. Take one from each conference if they're going to expand. But the Nashville Tuners, no, I will pass on that. If I had it my way, I would move the Maulers to Canton, Ohio. Call them the Canton Maulers. Although I have no problem with the Bulldogs either. And for XFL team, I don't know which team I would want to bring back. Maybe the Vipers, Nashville Vipers. I don't know. Anyway, you let me know what you think. Week 2 is coming up. This week we got some pretty good games across the media. I wouldn't say there's a big game as far as a marquee matchup goes along this week. I really don't see one. I think all these 8 teams are evenly matched. And we saw last week, as I said, the odds makers who said who are the best team from 1 to 8. The only thing they've gotten right so far is Birmingham beating the best team. That is it. But we have San Antonio, Memphis, which I expect to be a good game. The home opener for the Battlehawks against the Renegades. That's going to be a good game also. Should be a fun crowd. Birmingham going to Michigan. That should be a good game. And the home opener for DC with Houston. So put your comments down below. What's your opinion? I'd like to know. Week 2 should be better. It should be more fun. I think the football play will be better. And the ratings and attendance should get better also. So there's a lot to look forward to, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later.